Bonjour, welcome back to the channel. It's Emily and I'm an OM System ambassador. And today I'm coming to you from the White Mountains of New Hampshire because I'm house sitting over there. And I thought for today's video, I would dare you to a challenge to improve your macro photography. So let's get started. So when I started with photography, I set myself with a lot of challenges to help me focus on one task and improve my technique and style. For example, I did the 1 week, one lens only challenge. So during the whole week, you only have one lens and that's all you have, and you have to create with it. And I also did the post one photo a day on Instagram. That was really useful, and I did that for a year. That was a challenging one, but it was very rewarding at the end, and I felt like I learned a lot. So for this week's video, I dare you to accept my challenge. And my challenge is I want you to find a very small space, maybe a 3 by 3 feet, so 5 by 5. And it can be just a plot of land, some grass, some flowers, or it can be like a bush like the one I have behind me. It can be, if you are staying inside, it can be a window. Just find one space and study it. If you pick the window, then hopefully maybe you have one spider or a ladybug who is around the window that you can photograph. If you're doing flowers, you might have bees, you might have beetles, a lot of different insects that you can capture. And for this challenge, it's a macro challenge, so you need a macro lens to do this. Now, to help you, I've already done this challenge, and I hope that this will inspire you. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share the gear I use, I'm going to share my settings, and then I'm going to show you all the photos I took, what I've learned, and give you the settings as well for the photos. So let's jump into it. Now, for the place that I picked this really pretty hydrangea. And when I first came to this house where I'm house sitting, I really did not notice the hydrangea. I was looking around, they had some beautiful gardens. And then I started paying more attention to this hydrangea because I started seeing bees. And then I spent 1-2 days and I started seeing more ambush bugs, flies. So that's why I thought, okay, I want to study this plant for a whole week and learn its inhabitants, learn their behaviors, and see what's going on. Because it's like a little macrocosmos, and it's been a really fun challenge to do. So I hope you pick a good place with lots of insects. But even if you have only one, it's still a more focused study, and I'm sure you still learn a lot on that one individual. Now, let's talk about gear. Well, you know me, my favorite lens is the 60mm macro, so that's what I shoot with. And I also have the OM1 and the Olympus FL700WR flash, and my go-to flash diffuser, the AK diffuser. Love this little diffuser. That's it. I went very light. I didn't even, carry a bag or water or anything. Very close to the house, so that's not an issue. And I don't have a tripod. I don't like tripod. I want to be very flexible. Those bees are not going to wait for me, so I need to move around fast and reposition. So that's it for my gear. Keep it very simple. Now, in terms of settings, I use my C3, which is my macro setting. That's my base for macro. And I have a video that I'm going to post right there. You can see all my settings for macro photography. So I also shoot in manual mode. So I'm putting my lens 1-to-1 and then I move back and forth. That's how I get my focus. If I have a bee that's a really big bee and I want to have more not just a big portrait of the bee, then I will use the AF on my OM1, and that is set to acquire the focus even if I'm on manual mode. So all of a sudden I can get out of the 1-to-1 mode and have my camera focus for me. So now let's take a look at all the photos I took over the week. Super excited to share them with you.
I
As I said earlier, the first subject I noticed was the bee. I wanted to do a close-up of the head of the bee, and you see it looks kind of like a lion. Then I really started noticing flies. So this is just a simple little portrait of a fly, and on that specific morning you can see the dew and so little water drop on the flower. I went really early in the morning because that's the best time to catch any insects, because they're not moving as fast as if it was midday. They're still warming up. And that was actually on my third morning I noticed a fly, and then I noticed that this fly was actually not moving at all, and it was a dead fly, and the back of the fly was missing. And then actually the next day I understood what happened to the fly. I caught this crab spider in its hunt. It was holding the same type of fly that I found the day before, so it was quite impressive to see this teeny tiny spider chasing this big fly. I decided to actually do a close-up. I really like the wings of the fly, and you can feel the hold of the spider. Now after that I went back to the live fly and took this one. I wanted to take a photo of a fly on top of the hydrangea plant, and I used my flash to darken the background. Then I discovered there were actually a lot of ambush bug, so this one are really playing on the shape. I like that it's holding that flower with again the water drop under it, and I moved slightly so I could have a little bit of green behind it. That is a paper wasp. I used the flash again to darken the background, moving around my subject, finding the right angle to capture it. I wanted to capture it emerging from the flower. Here is a little weevil wasp. They are super cute. It was kind of eating in the flower, but here it looks like its little head is hidden in the flower. And then I went for a profile. Here you can really see all the detail. It's really amazing all the details you can get with the 60mm macro and the OM1. And I noticed that all the bees and wasps were all fighting with each other, so I tried to actually capture them fighting, which was not easy. I spent a couple of hours doing this. So I hope this video was informative. Let me know if you've done this challenge or if you're planning on doing this challenge. Put it in the comments. And I want to thank you again for all your support. I passed the 2,000 subscribers this week, so thank you so much. And if you're not a subscriber, well, still time. Click on the subscribe button, hit the bell so you are notified when my videos are coming out. And thank you again for all your support. It's been really wonderful, and wonderful talking to all of you. I hope you have fun with this challenge if you do it, and I will see you next week. Au revoir.